Alfredo James Pacino, or Al Pacino, born April 25, 1940, is an American actor and filmmaker. In a career spanning over 5 decades, he has received many awards and nominations, including an Academy Award, 2 Tony Awards, and 2 Primetime Emmy Awards. He is one of the few performers to have received the Triple Crown of acting. He has also been honored with the AFI Life Achievement Award, the Cecil B. DeMille Award, and the National Medal of Arts. A method actor and former student of the HB Studio and the Actors Studio, where he was taught by Charlie Lofton and Lee Strasberg. Pacino's film debut came at the age of 29 with a minor role in Me, Natalie, 1969. He gained favorable notice for his first lead role as a heroin addict in the Panic in Needle Park. Wide acclaim and recognition came with his breakthrough role as Michael Corleone in Francis Ford Coppola's The Godfather, for which he received the first Oscar nomination, and he would reprise the role in the sequels The Godfather Part 2 and Part 3. His portrayal of Michael Corleone is regarded as one of the greatest in film history. Pacino received nominations for the Academy Award for Best Actor for Serpico, 1973, Godfather Part 2, Dog Day Afternoon, and Justice for All, ultimately winning it for playing a blind military veteran in Scent of a Woman. For his performances in The Godfather, Dick Tracy, Glengarry Glen Ross, and The Irishman, he earned Best Supporting Actor Oscar nominations. Other notable portrayals include Tony Montana in Scarface, Carlito Brigante in Carlito's Way, and Benjamin Ruggiero in Donnie Brasco, and Lowell Bergman in The Insider. He also starred in the thrillers Heat, The Devil's Advocate, Insomnia, and appeared in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. On television, Pacino has acted in several productions for HBO, including Angels in America and the Jack Kevorkian biopic You Don't Know Jack, winning a Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Lead Actor in a miniseries or a movie for each. Pacino currently stars in the Amazon Video web television series Hunters. He has also had an extensive career on stage. He is a 2-time Tony Award winner in 1969, 1977 for his performances in Does a Tiger Wear a Necktie? And The Basic Training of Pavlo Hummel. Pacino made his film debut with Looking for Richard, directing and starring in this documentary about Richard III. Pacino had played the lead role on stage in 1977. Early life. Alfredo James Pacino was born in the East Harlem neighborhood of New York City on April 25, 1940. He is the son of Italian-American parents Rose Girardi and Salvatore Pacino. His parents divorced when he was 2 years old. He then moved with his mother to the Bronx to live with her parents, Kate and James Girardi, who were Italian immigrants from Corleone, Sicily. Pacino's father was from San Frateo, Sicily, and moved to work as an insurance salesman and restaurateur in Covina, California. In his teenage years, Pacino was known as Sonny to his friends. He had ambitions to become a baseball player and was also nicknamed The Actor. He attended Herman Ritter Junior High School, but soon dropped out of most of his classes except for English. He subsequently attended the High School of Performing Arts after gaining admission by audition. His mother disagreed with his decision, and after an argument, he left home. To finance his acting studies, Pacino took low-paying jobs as a messenger, busboy, janitor, and postal clerk, as well as once working in the mailroom for Commentary magazine. Pacino began smoking and drinking at age 9 and used marijuana casually at age 13, but he abstained from hard drugs. His 2 closest friends died from drug abuse at the ages of 19 and 30. Growing up in the Bronx, Pacino got into occasional fights and was considered somewhat of a troublemaker at school. He acted in basement plays in New York's theatrical underground, but was rejected as a teenager by the Actors Studio. Pacino joined the HB Studio, where he met acting teacher Charlie Lofton, who became his mentor and best friend. In this period, he was often unemployed and homeless, and sometimes slept on the street, in theaters, or at friends' houses. In 1962, Pacino's mother died at the age of 43. The following year, his grandfather James also died. Pacino recalled it as the lowest point of his life and said, "I was 22, and the 2 most influential people in my life had gone, so that sent me into a tailspin." 4 years after, at HB Studio, Pacino successfully auditioned for the Actors Studio. The Actors Studio is a membership organization of professional actors, theater directors, and players playwrights in the Hell's Kitchen neighborhood of Manhattan. Pacino studied method acting under acting coach Lee Strasberg, who appeared with Pacino in the films The Godfather Part 2 and in And Justice for All. During later interviews, he spoke about Strasberg and the studio's effect on his career. The actor's studio meant so much to me in my life. Lee Strasberg hasn't been given the credit he deserves. Next to Charlie, it sort of launched me. It really did. That was a remarkable turning point in my life. It was directly responsible for getting me to quit all those jobs and just stay acting. In another interview, he added, it was exciting to work for him because he was so interesting when he talked about a scene or talked about people. One would just want to hear him talk because things he would say you'd never heard before. He had such a great understanding. He loved actors so much. In 2010, Pacino was co-president along with Ellen Burstyn and Harvey Keitel of the Actors Studio. Film career. Pacino found acting enjoyable and he realized he had a gift for it while studying at the Actors Studio. However, his early work was not financially rewarding. After his success on stage, Pacino made his film debut in 1969 with a brief appearance in Me, Natalie, an independent film starring Patty Duke. In 1970, Pacino signed with talent agency Creative Management Associates, CMA. In the 1970s, his role as a heroin addict in the Panic in Needle Park brought Pacino to the attention of director Francis Ford Coppola, who cast him as Michael Corleone in what became a blockbuster mafia film, The Godfather. Although Jack Nicholson, Robert Redford, Warren Beatty, and the little-known Robert De Niro were tried out for the part, Coppola selected Pacino to the dismay of studio executives, who wanted someone better known. Pacino's performance earned him an Academy Award nomination and offered a prime example of his early acting style. This was described by Hallowell's Film Guide as intense and tightly clenched. Pacino boycotted the Academy Awards ceremony, insulted at being nominated for the Supporting Actor Award, as he noted that he had more screen time than co-star and Best Actor winner Marlon Brando, who also boycotted the awards, but for unrelated reasons. In 1973, Pacino co-starred in Scarecrow with Gene Hackman and won the Palme d'Or at the Cannes Film Festival. The same year, Pacino was nominated for an Academy Award for the Best Actor after starring in Serpico, based on the true story of New York City policeman Frank Serpico, who went undercover to expose the corruption of fellow officers. In 1974, Pacino reprised his role as Michael Corleone in The Godfather Part 2, which was the first sequel to win the Best Picture Oscar. In the 1990s, Pacino received an Academy Award nomination for playing Big Boy Caprice in the box office hit Dick Tracy in 1990, of which critic Roger Ebert described Pacino as the scene stealer. Later in the year, he followed this up in a return to one of his most famous characters, Michael Corleone, in The Godfather Part 3. The film received mixed reviews and had problems in pre-production due to script rewrites and the withdrawal of actors shortly before production. In 1991, Pacino starred in Frankie and Johnny with Michelle Pfeiffer, who co-starred with Pacino in Scarface. Pacino portrays a recently paroled cook who begins a relationship with a waitress in the diner where they work. It was adapted by Terrence McNally from his own off-Broadway play, Frankie and Johnny in the Claire de Lune, that featured Kenneth Welsh and Kathy Bates. The film received mixed reviews, although Pacino later said he enjoyed playing the part. Pacino starred alongside Sean Penn in the crime drama Carlito's Way in 1993, in which he portrayed a gangster released from prison with the help of his lawyer, Sean Penn, and vows to go straight. Pacino also starred in Michael Mann's Heat in 1995, in which he and Robert De Niro appeared on screen together for the first time. Though both Pacino and De Niro starred in The Godfather Part 2, they did not share any scene. Pacino played Satan in the supernatural thriller The Devil's Advocate in 1977, which co-starred Keanu Reeves. The film was a success at the box office, taking in $150 million worldwide U.S. Roger Ebert wrote in the Chicago Sun-Times, "The satanic character is played by Pacino with relish bordering on glee." In 1997, Donnie Brasco, Pacino played gangster Lefty in the true story of undercover FBI agent Donnie Brasco, played by Johnny Depp, and his work in bringing down the mafia from the inside. In 1999, Pacino starred as 60 Minutes producer Lowell Bergman in the multi-Oscar nominated The Insider opposite Russell Crowe, and in Oliver Stone's Any Given Sunday. Pacino played a supporting role in Steven Soderbergh's Ocean's 13 alongside George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Matt Damon, Elliot Gould, and Andy Garcia as the villain Willie Blank, a casino tycoon targeted by Danny Ocean and his crew. The film received received generally favorable reviews. Pacino played Jack Kevorkian in an HBO Films biopic titled You Don't Know Jack, which premiered April 2010. The film is about the life and work of the physician-assisted suicide advocate. The performance earned Pacino his second Emmy Award for lead actor and his fourth Golden Globe Award. He co-starred as himself in the 2011 film Jack and Jill. The film was panned by critics, and Pacino won the Golden Raspberry Award for Worst Supporting Actor at the 32nd ceremony. Pacino starred in a 2013 HBO biographical picture about record producer Phil Spector's murder trial titled Phil Spector. Pacino starred alongside Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio in Quentin Tarantino's comedy drama Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which was released on July 26, 2019. Later in 2019, Pacino starred as Teamsters chief Jimmy Hoffa alongside Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci in Martin Scorsese's Netflix film The Irishman, based on the 2004 book I Heard You Paint Houses by Charlie Brandt. This was the first time Pacino was directed by Scorsese and also received an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor nomination. Pacino's performance received positive reviews. Peter Bradshaw described it as glorious in The Guardian. Justin Chang wrote, De Niro, Pesci, and Pacino are at the top of their game, in part because they aren't simply rehashing the iconic gangster types they've played before. 2020s. Since February 2020, Pacino has starred in the Amazon Video web television series Hunters as fictional Nazi hunter Meyer Offerman. The role marks Pacino's return to serial television since Angels in America premiered in 2003. Hunters was renewed for a second season in August 2020. In his personal life, Pacino has fathered 3 children. The eldest, Julie Marie, is his daughter with acting coach Jan Tarrant. He has twins, son Anton James and daughter Olivia Rose. In 2001, with actress Beverly D'Angelo, with whom he had a relationship from 1996 until 2003. He has never been married. Pacino had a relationship with his The Godfather trilogy co-star Diane Keaton. Their on-again, off-again relationship ended after the filming of The Godfather Part 3. Keaton said of Pacino, Al was simply the most entertaining man. To me, that is the most beautiful face. I think Warren was gorgeous, very pretty, but Al's face is like, whoa, killer face. He has had relationships with Tuesday Weld, Jill Clayburgh, Marta Keller, Kathleen Quinlan, and Lyndall Hobbs. Pacino had a 10-year relationship with Argentine actress Lucila Polak from 2008 to 2018. His filmography: 1971, The Panic in Needle Park, 72, The Godfather, 73, Serpico, Scarecrow, 74, The Godfather Part 2, 75, Dog Day Afternoon, 77, Bobby Deerfield, 79, And Justice for All, 1980, Cruising, 82, Author, 83, Scarface, 85, Revolution, 89, Sea of Love, 90, Dick Tracy, The Godfather Part 3, 91, Frankie and Johnny, 92, Glengarry Glen Ross, Scent of a Woman, 93, Carlito's Way, 95, Two Bits, Heat, 96, City Hall, Looking for Richard, 97, Donnie Brasco, The Devil's Advocate, 99, The Insider, Any Given Sunday, 2002, Insomnia, Simone, People I Know, 2003, The Recruit, Jiggly, Angels in America, 2004, The Merchant of Venice, 2005, Two for the Money, 07, 88 Minutes, Ocean's 13, 08, Righteous Kill, 2010, You Don't Know Jack, 2011, The Son of No One, Wilde Salome, Jack and Jill, 2012, Stand Up Guys, 2013, Phil Spector, 2014, Manglehorn, The Humbling, 2015, Danny Collins, 2016, Misconduct, 2017, Hangman, 2018, Paterno, 2019, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and The Irishman. Thank you for watching, commenting, liking, subscribing, sharing, and if you feel at all inclined, you can click on some of those Amazon links. I appreciate you. Have a great week.